They say the past is gone, but it never really leaves, does it? It lingers in smells and sounds, in the things we can't bring ourselves to throw away. Sometimes it's not the pain that holds us. It's the memory of who we were when life still felt whole. The mind's a beautiful servant, but a terrible master. It can remind you of what made you wise, or replay what made you wounded. And when those memories play on loop long enough, you start mistaking survival for healing. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Elijah, hard-working, soft-spoken, the kind of man who didn't say much, but when he did, you could feel the weight behind it. Years ago, Elijah lost his son. A car accident on a rainy night, one of those calls that split a life in two. After the funeral, people said, "Give it time." But time only made the silence louder. He still drove the same route his son used to take to work, still kept his bedroom door cracked open, like maybe he'd walk through it again one day. He couldn't move a thing in that room, not the sneakers by the bed, not the jacket on the chair. He said it made him feel close, but what it really did was keep him stuck, because grief disguised as love is still bondage. He'd sit on the porch every evening watching the sunset his son never got to see, and he'd whisper, "I can't forget." What Elijah didn't realize was he wasn't meant to forget. He was meant to release. See, forgetting erases the lesson, but releasing allows you to remember without reliving. As the months passed, Elijah started having trouble sleeping. The memories were too loud, so the doctor prescribed him something to help him rest, then something else for the nerves, then something else for the sadness, then another for the pain in his chest, and another to help him focus again. Over the next couple of years, it became a cycle, each new symptom bringing another prescription, because that's what grief and stress do to the body. They tear it down from the inside out. And little by little, Elijah wasn't Elijah anymore. He wasn't grieving. He was gone, trapped somewhere between the drugs that kept him numb and survival. And that's how it happens to many of us. When peace feels out of reach, we start turning to things we shouldn't just to quiet the noise. Now, don't get it twisted. Some people truly need help, and medicine can be a blessing. But for those who can choose, fear often chooses first. We reach for what silences the pain, when what we really need is understanding, to see the memory for what it is, not live as if it's still happening. Because healing doesn't come from escaping the past. It comes from understanding it. And if we go a little deeper, in ancient scripture, the word pharmakia was used. It's where the word pharmacy comes from, and it meant sorcery, the use of mixtures to alter the mind. And even now, that same pattern exists. We look for something external to fix what's internal. But anything that changes who you are, just to escape what you feel, that's not healing. That's hiding. Because the real sickness isn't in the body. It's in the memory. It's the way we keep trying to live in the past while praying for a future we won't walk toward. That's the hidden danger of memory. It becomes a comfort we don't realize is keeping us sick. You can't heal what you keep rehearsing, and you can't walk into your future while your faith is still facing backwards. See, the mind doesn't know the difference between reliving and remembering. So every time you revisit the wound, you reopen it. It's like having a sore that's finally starting to scab over, but you keep peeling the scab back, hoping to understand the pain better. All you're really doing is keeping it from ever healing. Healing doesn't come from forgetting. It comes from release, to remember with peace instead of pain, to look back and thank God for the lesson, not to stay bound to the loss. Because every memory you refuse to release becomes a doorway your spirit can't walk past. And peace only lives in the present. Memory is a beautiful gift, until you start living in it. This is the quote room, where words wake minds. Some things don't need a reaction, just reflection. Just a few thoughts I had on my mind.